Hello and welcome to the David Wilson Out and About YouTube channel. While out on a recent 9-mile paddle, I took the opportunity to review my AquaTec Ottawa Pro kayak. At the same time I took my Hiqmar E-fin with me, so I did two videos, one from Allington Lock down to East Farley, whereby I was just using the kayak on its normal fin, paddling it, and the second video I was using the E-fin on the way back. Now, one of the purposes for the outing was to actually record the final section of the Medway Canoe Trail from East Farley to Allington Lock. So this made these videos very long, and I think that the footage, the review footage, or my impression of how the kayak performs with the E-fin will sort of get lost in the video. So what I've done, I'm now making this separate video, so hopefully anyone that's interested in the combination of, well, this kayak or the E-fin or the two together will find this of interest. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So what I'm going to do before I start this paddle and motorized journey back to Allington Lock is I'm going to sit down, have a cup of coffee, just chillax for 10 minutes and then just get the rest of my gear sorted out, get it all packed back on board, and then what I'll do, I'll bring you back when I'm on the water, when we get away from this noise. Right, just before we set off downstream back to Allington Lock, I just thought I'd show you my setup for today. There's the AquaTec Pro. There's my swapped out seat, my Aqua Marina high back with the foam cushion. I've got a 30-litre dry bag on the back, not too much in that, but I carried the fin on the way down in that. You can probably just about see the battery behind the seat there. Actually lowered into the deck, water bottle in the back of the seat. Obviously I've still got some kit on the side of the bank here, but I'll probably explain that better when I get back. So I've attached the fin now, and I've taken it underneath the bag onto the battery, and I've tested it out of water, so it's basically all ready to go. And yeah, so I've just finished this coffee up and then we'll get on our way. Well, there you go, not a bad little setup that, is it really? So for the moment I've propped, I haven't even attached it because I wanted that 10-litre bag between my legs. It's just not going to fit, so I need to get a 5-litre. It would fit perfectly if I didn't have my recording gear and my rig, but I do come out recording, so that dry bag will actually be cinched down behind the seat in the future, and obviously if the battery's not in there it'll be nice and low, probably more or less hidden. You can see, if you look at the back deck, there is absolutely tons of space on there. I mean, that's a 30-litre bag on there at the moment, so imagine what you can get. And you've got the same aft, you've got the same at the front, so there's bags of space to store stuff on the decks here. Well, that's it, I'm all dried out. I've had a few coffees, sun's blaring, so we'll start the journey back up to Allington Lock. Taking the kayak leash off, it's rubbing up and down the paddle, which is just an annoying sound, so I'm going to have to swap that out. Just going to have a look back, make sure I haven't left nothing. No, tied it up after myself, and here we go. Oh, the sun is blazing now, as you can see, so hopefully we've got a nice gentle paddle back. I will be using the E-fin for part of the trip, probably through Maidstone town, because I want to see how the AquaTec Pro tracks with the fin attached. And I'll tell you something, straight out the box, is tracking just as well at the moment as it did with the its own fin on, so that is impressive. Okay, I think it's time to give the E-fin a little blast, make sure it's working all right. I did try it on dry land when I fitted it up and I fitted it on, but let's give it a blast now. Here we go. Gonna get further out into the middle. That's it, and we're on our way. Oh, well, this is the life. It's really taking me to the left, so see if I can paddle to correct. Yes, I can. I couldn't do that in the Story Ranger. I'm actually correcting by paddling. There we go. That's nice, isn't it? What I'm going to do now, I'm going to go into sport mode and see how much faster it is, how much faster it feels. That's it. It's not a matter of problem steering, it's actually getting used to this new paddle. I'm using a different paddle for this craft, a 230 centimeter paddle, so I'm just getting used to using it as a paddle, let alone steering this. You can actually still steer by paddling just about. Going to be a bit shallow there. It's actually difficult though to actually steer it paddling. You really got to give it some. I'm going to go back into D because I much prefer the speed. I'm more in control at this speed. Well, it's a simple fact. The E-fin is much better on this craft than it is my Story Ranger. It was good. I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Obviously, it's the first time out, the first craft I've tried it on. But with this, the fin is much more responsive. I suppose, obviously, it's more paddleboard design, which is what the fin's designed for. Two-chambered, less drag. But it's absolutely lovely, and the response, yeah, it's just superb. Let's just turn it round. I did review the fin in the Ranger, and I said I would bring it out on my other craft. Obviously this is brand new out on the water, this AquaTec, but it takes no getting used to at all. I mean, it's getting to the point where a kayak's a kayak for me. It's just get in it and paddle. But I am really enjoying this craft, really enjoying it. It's comfortable, amazingly stable. It glides through the water quite well. It's not, I said in the other video, but this is a different video, so I don't mind repeating myself, it's not as fast as my Blue Wave glider, the 3-chambered one. That's a lot slimmer and sleeker, and it really cuts through the water, but it's quite unstable. I've only been in once in the water, and that was launching, so getting in. So I'm not sort of saying it's mega unstable, but getting into this is like walking off of a jetty onto a floating jetty. It's just easy, so easy. The art to using the E-fin is actually to premeditate your turns, really. So not sort of just last minute. So you're sort of looking at your river, look at your bend, and then just give it a little touch. And the thing is, you don't slow it down too much by doing that, but it means you've got to be aware. You know, you can't just leave the engine on and be sort of turning your head 360 degrees. Well, if you could do that, yeah. But you know what I mean. Oh. What I have decided to do, when I do start up, I'm assisting it to go. So what I'm doing, I'm paddling. I know it sounds silly, but I'm wondering if that saves a bit of juice, a bit of battery life, because obviously that is trying to move the whole thing. But if I get a few 3 or 4 strokes in, that assists it. It gets up to speed without the resistance of the water. Makes sense? Obviously nothing I'm going to test out, but something I want to start doing. And that's us ambling along in drive mode. Turn slightly. Obviously, even if you're gently feathering, you're going to lose speed. You've got to, but it's resistance against the water. But a bit of a tree down. This is a lovely section of river. It's when you get down to Maidstone, it gets much wider, the river, obviously quite noisy. There's not a lot of river traffic today. I mean, I'm surprised there isn't more school children on the river. There may be up the top end, but yeah, it's been very quiet, considering I've been on the river for about an hour and a half, probably about 2.5 hours in total. So I'm going to avoid this tree because of the skeg, but I'm trying to just basically learn how to steer with the fin on this craft. That's it. Nice little bit of assistance. I think she's picked something up, the motor, so let's try reverse. I'm going to have to stop the craft first. She's picked up some weed. Let's stop. go into reverse. Try and clear out whatever's in it. Right, that should do it. Just gives me an opportunity just to do a bit of steering and to literally have a look around while we go along. Right, I think I've cracked the steering with the pedal. This pedal is a different shape, blade, so it was less effective when I was feathering with the Kayak blade the correct way around for paddling. So I've turned it round, and all I have to do now is just touch slightly and I turn. So there you go, worked it out eventually. Right, speed up a little bit, get away from all this noise. Probably a few more people out on the water ahead now, so what are we? Well, it's only 1 o'clock. It's still quite early. the rain earlier, I may have put quite a few people off. Quite blowy and choppy on the water, but the engine's motoring quite nicely. You can hear the chop on the front of the kayak as we're going along. There's a fair headwind now, so I've had to get my chin strap out to manage to keep my hat on. My hat's trying to blow off. All good. Cools me down nicely. We're motoring along quite nicely here. Well, that's it, we're back at the slipway now. It's just to my left, so let's just do this final bit. It's quite strong current up here, although it's not tidal, but the tidal bit begins after this lock. We're just coming in here now. Easy does it. I don't like running the craft up the slip if I can help it. I prefer getting out, pulling it along and then lifting it. That's it. Pull myself in. There we go. We've landed. Well, I'm just resting up for a moment, trying to get some feeling back in my legs after what is essentially 9 miles on the paddle, assisted by the E-fin, which was interesting. I really enjoyed that. It was very interesting. Great kayak, by the way, absolutely great. This AquaTec Ottawa Pro, absolute steal at the price. Thoroughly enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to many more trips out in this, that's for sure. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get packed up now. I take a walk around. Sun's blazing. It's 1:45, so I'm not sure whether to hit the road before rush hour or hang around here for a bit. I'll see how it goes. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, don't forget to give it the thumbs up, and if you're a subscriber, as usual, thank you for subscribing and supporting me. If you're not a subscriber and you're enjoying my content, please consider subscribing. It's the channel growing helps me and helps motivate me to get out and to make more of these videos. I know at the moment it's mainly kayaking. It's going to be because of my knee problems and my lower back problem, but obviously in the future I'm looking forward to getting out and doing some other things, you know, wild camping, hopefully get out doing a bit of hiking again. Excuse the noise in the background, so with that I might as well say goodbye. Bye for now.